AJ, mega year, mate, in the 3 Series. New car, you were very involved in it. How involved were you in the build of it?
23rd of December, I went down to see Dick there and see the first shell. And I couldn't go there and not get a seat in it and sit in it. And as you know, Dick Bennett goes into detail. So we were doing seat position to the B post here with blocks of wood, and we were shimming it up with different blocks of wood. So I actually got a picture of me sat in it. You know, I get excited by stuff like that, and if I didn't, I wouldn't bother doing it, because to be involved with a new project with West Surrey and BMW from the start is something quite special. But then the more technical stuff I leave to the engineers. They know a lot more than I do.
You'd been with West Surrey before. You'd driven the 1 Series, great car.
Yep.
But the 3 Series was a different car. It seemed to put you into just another level. Why was that? Was it your driving style?
I think what really helped certainly kick-start the season and pre-season testing was it was a new car, and I drive so many different things all the time. You know, and the weeks leading up to like our first test, I was driving race cars at different circuits 3 or 4 times a week, and so I was able just to jump in, go and didn't really pay attention to the fact it was a new car. Just grab it by the scruff of the neck and drive it fast. And I was looking at the times we were doing, and obviously you keep that to yourself when you're testing, just because you don't want to look like you're being cocky or whatever. But we were going quick. Like the first 8 brands, I saw the times we were doing on used tyres, and I thought, we've got something really strong here. Very
important, isn't it, to have a partnership between you and an engineer that's strong. One, how strong was that partnership, and how important is it to have the trust of the whole team behind you? Because it changed, didn't it, from last year or the year before?
Yeah, you know, John Waterman has worked with so many different drivers as a race engineer, and I think like any working relationship or any relationship in general, it takes a bit of time. Last year, though, it really clicked that I felt confident enough that if I wanted something, I would say, no, this is why I think this. And we could disagree, and John can be quite a stern, dour guy at times, but we had this relationship that he knew what I wanted and vice versa, and we worked really, really well together. It was a real stipulation for me in contract negotiations was that the car crew had to stay the same. I didn't want new people coming in. I didn't want to have to learn people and how they worked. I wanted it to stay the same, because I think we were the strongest team last year in terms of my car crew. Out of the whole championship, I think we were the strongest unit over the season, and so I didn't want that changing, and it hasn't, and it will be even more successful this year, I think.
Donington Park, probably not the best weekend in the world. You know what's coming. You had that big accident, and you sat on the sidelines, watched Colin Turkington, your teammate, win 2 races, have a good weekend. How do you cope? What do you do? What do you think?
After coming off winning at round 1, I thought, this is it. Like, we can beat Colin. You know, that was all I was thinking after the first round. Then you have a setback like Donington. So many people have said after, oh, you'd have won the championship if that hadn't happened. I don't look at it like that, because I didn't win the championship, and that's how it is. I started 2 races less than everyone else, but that's racing. That's the way it goes. I'm not bitter about it. I see a sports psychologist that I've seen since 2007, and some people have views on sports psychologists that it means you're weak. I think that's a load of crap, to be quite honest, because you know, you train physically, you do every other bit, you test the car. You need to make sure you're right here, and it isn't, you know, you don't go there and they tell you you're going to win every race in the championship. It isn't like that. It's about how you go through the process and what the best way is, and how you deal. A lot of it's how you deal with the bad weekends, because you know in British touring cars there's a lot of up and down weekends, and you know you can have a good race 1, bad race 2, and it's all up and down, so it's how you deal with that and how you don't worry about that. So those 2 races at Thruxton were probably, or some of the most satisfying wins I've had, just because of what it was coming off the back of.
Probably one of the biggest weekends of your racing career. What was going through your mind, mate? Ups and downs?
Yeah, ups and downs. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the whole, you know, when I think back to how I felt before I won it in 2013 and how I felt before the finale in 2019 was just night and day difference. It was just a normal race weekend to me, and I enjoyed it. I went into that weekend thinking we'd win the championship, and so I was obviously disappointed not to. But I think I put up a good fight, and that last race was really cool. When I crossed the line, I didn't know if I'd won it or not, because I was in 5th. I saw Dan was out, and so did the probably biggest lunge I've ever done into paddock, and got 4th starting the last lap. So then you're driving the whole of the last lap, not knowing if that's for the championship or not. And yeah, when I crossed the line, I could see the way they were celebrating on the wall. I thought, no, I haven't won that, because they'd have been going a bit more mental if it was me. So, yeah, I was disappointed, but I said before the weekend that winning it wouldn't define my season. And there was part of me that wanted to go home, and my family said, no, you need to stay with the team like you'd planned and celebrate a good year, celebrate winning more races than anyone. I feel it was the best year I've had since I won the championship, really, and yeah, I feel it's good momentum, and yeah, but I won't lose it by 2 points again. I really think with how this has all worked out for 2020, with me being, properly with Team BMW, I'm in a cool, lucky position. There's not many people in that position, and so I just want to enjoy it. I want to make the most out of it, and I'll win some races, I'll get some podiums, and have some fun along the way. That's what I really focused on last year, was just having some fun and making it a fun environment with the team and just having some fun. And I think we'll be, yeah, I think we can do it. Come end of the year, we'll be challenging for it, that's for sure.
Top man. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.